spotlight segment here on Let's Talk Entertainment. This is where we shine the light on, the young arts coming up, people who seek to change the music industry, change the acting industry, change the art industry. We try to shine the light on them, give them the platform, to share their views and, get us what they have, everything that they want. This is what we do here. I have one young man. He is a musician. He has an album already, and I'm so excited to be talking to. Introduce us, introduce yourself to the world.
Well, my name is.
Who are you?
I'm Amrado, the governor. Yeah, and right now I'm changing my name to Mr. Governor.
Okay, Mr. Governor. So what exactly, for the many people out there, who don't know you, who haven't seen you before, who are you? Who is Mr. Governor?
Mr. Governor is somebody who is versatile when it comes to music. Mr. Governor is somebody who does all kind of music, from hip life, high life, to dancehall, understand? I do everything, any genre at all, understand? At the same time, a sound producer.
You're a sound producer. You double up as a sound producer as well.
Straight.
Tell us, why won't you keep up to, just one genre of music? Why won't you just do the dancehall? If dancehall is what you're interested is, why won't you just keep up with one? Why do you want to do everything? Why won't you master one and just, move on with it?
I mastered all because I can do all, Like I feel to do one, but my spirit tells me to do everything. Anything that, like any genre I try to do, I find it so easy. I don't struggle, understand?
So far, how many songs do you have, and which one is your favorite in there?
All, I have uncountable, my songs, I can't count them. Those in process, and even on my album, I have about 12 songs on my album. That is the prophecy album, understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So
what is the album about? Prophecy album. Why? Are you prophesying that someday you'll be big in the industry?
That is it. That one day a man of God told me that I'll be a musician.
Okay.
So when it happened, I have to name the album the prophecy album, which means what the man told me has come true, past. Okay. Understand? So that makes it the prophecy album.
Will this look be your look in the industry? Will you keep up with
I'll keep it because
what's the name of the hairstyle? I just want to. I find it interesting.
Yeah, most of the Africans, as a pure African, is this one. I think it's cool for an African like me. I feel proud to do my hair like this.
Okay.
Just to portray where I come from. Straight from Africa, understand? Nowhere but Africa, straight. When you go to Europe and other places, they don't have this kind of hairstyle, Most is in Africa, understand? And this is how I want to brand myself in the industry.
Okay.
And it's not common. People are having dreadlocks, but this way, it's not common. So I want to live my own this way, then I'll get to where I want to be.
First na mon kamasem fisena mi nibi and the cash abanti mo be frame Illuminati. Sorry man, you're lucky. On my way to Grammy, I could join the group who ain't coming pushy Bugatti. Me, I think it's funny because I keep on making money. Trading upon the blessings reflected, it's a tsunami. DJ Mensa, Kesney Giovanni. Yankopon said my mission, keep walking through the valley. You believe in juju, I believe in power. Christopher, I'm out in Yame, Virginia more Hasasawa. Yame can be heaven, I don't have to give up. One will say me, the moon of him, you better speak up. The swag, the chemistry, the flow, your legendary, and from home compared to because I'm the best you've ever seen. My style, especially my hustle, my courtesy, my premium, my journey, my hustle. I feel more see me.
I always keep saying your best investment is you. So, as somebody will be running Joy or multimedia or the same thing you're doing. That's what I do with my music. So I don't know why my money would not go into the music. So from the music itself to the music video to everything, I go all out. I don't sleep on that. It's 100%. So you're either doing music or you're not. So if you're into it, then you have to invest in it.
I ain't never gonna let you go, you're so charming. Your face the globe, I know signing. Me percent me so muye like road diamond. We jamming, hold no more wrong timing. Sexy mama, queen of Sheba. Love when me jamming, when me give me a fever. Come to me, I'm running out of patience. You have to walk on my pain.
Album is a state of mind. It's called the highest. My state of mind is the highest level of thinking, and TT represents my state of mind as of now. That's why I have a picture on it. Yeah, because I recorded this album like years ago, and we have songs that it's possible that we might drop before the end of the year. But on this album, was just focused on things that I wanted to say myself, So we did not even have most of the rappers in Ghana. You didn't see anybody on, apart from Joey B and Wallace. Yeah.
And life don't stop, back pause when you feel like you won't forget to work out, just chill like money no big problem and commit suicide. We are see a debt, so hope you for live life. Yes, I mean penny pa, I wanna feel free. It be a true that may discover new me, priceless. What else?
We just felt it's the right time to put the album out, and that's why we've set this thing up for the press and the media people to enjoy what we've worked on, to see the music videos, and then to go out there and spread the word and let the people know that the album is really coming.
A lot of people want to know how music started for you.
Well, I think when it began, I really got excited about music very early, and in our society as well, we do realize that music is in every important event in our lives. If it's your birthday, you're there, Charlie, music. If it's a funeral, if it's a wedding, if it's an outdoor. And so, but my interest in music exceeded that. And then I remember there was a barber shop in Medina. There's a guy who was called Usa. I think the only person who knows this other story is Blitz and some other people. But we used to go to this barber shop, and there used to be a lot of cassettes circulating. You go there and you take empty cassettes and you go and tape all this music. Well, we were very young at this barber shop. But yeah, so those of us who really love music, we went out of our way to really, enjoy it as from a consumer perspective. So but that's how I began to have a liking for music, or a love for music, that then began to translate itself into wanting to create. And then also those days, you pause and rewind tapes and learn.
But when you say those days, those are country, what year are we talking about?
What year? I don't know, man. 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where you pause and rewind tapes, Naughty by Nature, Crisscross, you pause and rewind and learn how they were doing things. Hey, somebody is coming here and it's hey!
It's me.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm a Money fan,
How you doing, brother? Long time no see.
So
it began early. I mean, it was a process. It began with being infatuated with the music early, then kind of learning to, imitate or those who were creating that were my favorites, and then beginning to slowly just kind of write and then trying to figure out if I could be a creator. And then I also had the great fortune of also being around a composer, which was my grandfather.
Okay.
So without me knowing, unintentionally, accidentally, a lot of sort of his things were, I was surrounded by that. He had a lot of vinyl. He had all these cassettes with African music. That's when I would be looking for a cassette, an empty cassette to go and record my hip hop. I'll be checking to see what's on that cassette, then accidentally. So it was a process. It's been a lifetime process in getting to know music.
And what were your influences at the time?
My influences, I think very early, obviously, my mother was playing High Life. I remember Ben Bracco, I remember reggae, I remember Jimmy Cliff, I remember Gregory Isaacs, Buju. And then in the hip hop side, I remember Mad Lion and KRS had songs. I remember Naughty by Nature was a big influence for me. You know, they had those big anthemic songs. So when you go to a party and they are doing hip hop, real OPP, everybody's singing, all those things were very influential for me. The Fugees, Nas, Tupac, Jay-Z, all the greats. And then even some people, some songs that were not by great artists, but I remember, for instance, that song, 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be? Outside in the corner. Nonchalant. I remember, hey, this story paid me, pa. I went to buy that cassette because of that song. And the rest of the songs weren't good. But a song like that, for instance, resonates from my childhood. Like, it meant something, you know what I mean? Like, I never was on the corner at 5 o'clock, but it transported me into the idea of telling stories about where you're from and things, and the music being that powerful that somebody is standing there from Philly or something telling me 5 o'clock in the morning, where are you going to be? Outside in the corner. I can picture and envision all that.
And your own folks around you at the time, what are some of the names you can remember?
Sorry, coming
local names around you at the time. I mean, you've mentioned the Naughty by Natures and all.
Oh, yeah.
At the time,
of course.
Locally, who were some of the people?
Of course, and then before, I mean, it all became real to me when local creators came into the hip hop thing. So then, obviously, we are talking Reggie Rockstar. That was the first. It became very real to me when Reggie began doing his thing, and everything was so real. Like Charlie had the camouflage pants, the Tim boots, the locks, and then the rap star. Everything was so believable. There was talking drums at the time too. There was obviously when Obrafo came, it became even realer. Obrafo, I think, just also then set the standard of things. And then at the time, I remember VIP, you know, the shows at Gold House and things like that, right? I remember VIP. I remember Mensa, who was a peer, but you know, at the time, Mensa was my friend, but was somebody that was creating very early, and I was like, it was crazy. And then Bazaar, who's now Blitz, also a good friend of mine. So there was a lot going on, a lot of, at that time, just seeing Ghanaian creators, Ghanaians being able to do hip-hop, which we called hip life, and adopting it, and I guess indigenizing it or whatever. It was very powerful for me.
How would you describe the competition at the time?
The competition at the time, I think initially it was just a competition of entertainment, and by the time Obrafo and Kenya came in, and that's when you start seeing competition. I think Obrafo, Kenya, and Reggie probably were like competing on some level, because then there were beginning to be more artists, and people were trying to show level, the difference. So at different points in time, you see that one person is reigning, but you could see they were competitive. Clearly, Obrafo, Kenya, and Reggie were competitive with each other.
Did you have a pick at the time?
Did I have
names that you mentioned?
I didn't have to pick. I like them for different reasons. I mean, Obrafo, I think, is the greatest Ghanaian rapper of all time, but that's because, I mean, skill, depth, and songwriting and everything, he just had it. Reggie is so charismatic. I don't think anybody, not any young rapper, anybody is even as charismatic as Reggie Rockstar. To like right now, Reggie will be in the room and will be more charismatic than any Ghanaian.
So you want to be looking at Reggie like JJ Rollins?
You said?
You want to be looking at Reg Rockton as JJ Rollins?
You don't just throw JJ's name around like that.
I'm just asking. Because we've known him to be the charismatic type. He's been there, you know, and all. So is that what you want to compare to?
No, that's what you want to compare to. So no, Reggie, very charismatic. Songs, I mean, he told stories in them as well, so it was great. And then Kenya Brothers kind of abstract, almost absurd style that was also very, you know, attractive. You know, the same way in which people would enjoy Busta Rhymes and other things. Like when I hear Kaboom sometimes, I mean, I remember like that Kenya kind of thing where it's like some kind of absurd thing about it that you love because it's not normal, but it's very interesting. So I think all of them played a role. And later on, Kwade, I think, was also amazing. So many different people, I think. Even the groups, let's not forget the groups. Book Back, for instance, I think they also had songs that were pretty much could capture our imagination so well. And I always say that Bright of Book Back, his voice was auto-tuned before there was auto-tune. He had a natural auto-tune voice. So I remember when I heard Comfort Quaders, I was like, yo, this is amazing. I didn't know whether it was big or not. I just knew that when I heard that song during some vacation in Ghana, like, yo, this this is great. Like the guy is, the way his flow, he's dancing, and what he's saying is like.